clip this out.
Maybe.
I don't know.
We might not.
We might not. It's going to be fun time in the city again.
Thank you, ECP TV producer. We appreciate your assistance. 10 minutes we've got. Okay, so today is Saturday.
Yep.
And you look good in those glasses.
I know, I feel it. It's cutting off my
Let me
breathing.
see, do I look better in them? Than
Probably.
you do? Why don't you wear glasses? How do I look?
Incredible.
So today, the last couple of days, we've been talking a lot about metaphysical things and a lot of stuff about time. And, this morning we got into a conversation about the difference between, why did God, the universe, whatever, give us this ego to come down here and live on this earth, and then want us to automatically just get back to our soul?
Are you asking me?
Well, I mean, yeah, because we were talking about it.
Yeah.
Here, over here.
I know, I just wondering that too. Maybe it was just a manifestation of when they created us, that's just the way it worked out. Maybe they didn't know what was going to happen. You think it's a possibility?
Yeah, because we talked about last night that we both agree that the Anunnaki is who seeded this planet.
Who?
The Anunnaki, for alien civilization.
Okay, aliens.
The Anunnaki came down. Supposedly, the Anunnaki came down, and man was actually made for just to be worker bees. Just sweat, and labor, and all that. And one of the things about the Bible in the Old Testament, in particularly Genesis, but I'm not familiar right now with the Old Testament. I haven't read it in a while, but it talks about plural gods, not singular. And one of those gods was more kind than the other one that was always being so wrathful.
Yeah, well.
So that would be, and they were talking about how the Anunnaki, there were two brothers, and they were both, if somebody created us, then you would call it a god, right?
Sure.
So no matter what it is, so that's a word, it's a human word.
Yeah, or an advanced civilization.
Right, yeah.
A group.
So those would be our humans. That would be what humans look up to. And then supposedly the reptilian race, I think it's considered Draco, is something that a lot of people talk about. Draco, which would come into the word Dracula, and how they were already here. And so some of this already, how do we know that we're the first thing? Well, I guess we don't. Weren't there Stone Age men and Cro-Magnon? So we're Homo sapiens, but what was the first race of humanoid that we found that existed on this earth?
Well, they were Homo sapiens as well, but they were early man. Now, do you think the aliens created them as well?
I don't know.
Somebody had to create them.
I mean, maybe so, and that's how we've evolved into the humans that we are today.
I don't think.
No?
No. You want to hear my take on that?
Yeah.
I think that they created primitive man, and they gave him 100,000 years, 200,000 years, and all they did was build a fire and dragging the women around by their hair. And they said, listen, they went back to the drawing board and said, they're not developing the way they need to. We need to
Are you
wipe
serious?
them. Yeah, we need to wipe them out, and we need and we need to create a new race.
Okay.
And next thing you know, there was a guy walking through the desert in flip-flops.
I think
there's a big gap there.
I know, but I think there was a couple of different, I don't think that Stone Age men, which I can't remember what they were, there's actually a scientific name for them. I think there was something that came before Stone Age men.
Paleolithic,
possibly. I mean, that's something. That's what I was thinking. Is Cro-Magnon, and then. But anyway, there's been an evolution. Think about the humpback whale as an example. The humpback whale is a mammal. At one time, the humpback whale, it's as huge as this building we're in, and I'm still sure you've seen a humpback whale as you lived in New England.
No.
You never went out and saw it? They're as big as this building. They're gentle. Yeah. They're mammals. They were one
But they're
time
attacking
land
boats now.
No, that's the orca, and that's also the shark whale, and it doesn't have
orca?
The orcas are kind of aggressive.
I heard it was the whales.
No, there's the humpbacks. No, the humpbacks are beautiful, and so are the grays.
Well, another thing I'd say is how many hundreds of thousands of years did these people live in caves, and they were the worst artists.
No, they weren't.
You see that cave art?
It's different kind of art. Who says what's good and bad?
I don't like it. No.
Well, what
I'm
do you
not
not
buying
like about it?
It's stick figures, and it's always the same thing, chasing animals.
It was the way that they were talking. They didn't have words back then. They were communicating through pictures. Like we were talking about this morning, numbers is the universal language. Pictures are the universal language. You know what a picture is, whether or not you know the language that someone's speaking or not.
But what about a sunset and some water?
Have you seen every cave drawing in the world?
Everyone.
Because there could be sunsets.
I don't think there is. I've seen a lot, and it's pretty rough.
Well,
I think that's why the aliens came and got them. They said, terrible artists, they gotta go.
One thing that you're doing, and we've been snippy today, so I don't want to be too snotty with you, because I've been called on my snottiness.
Yeah.
Is that you're trying to put everything into a perspective of where you are right now in this world. How do you know that they would think our art looked good?
No, I'm just saying that's my
maybe they
opinion.
would say, maybe they would be having a conversation
it's an opinion.
in front of
Art is a
but I'm just asking
in the
you,
eye of the beholder, and I'm sure that those
do you like my art?
Cave, some of it's good.
The eye of the beholder.
Some of it not.
No,
so
but the
good.
thing is, they might look at our art right now and say that stuff sucks.
And I don't like Picasso, so I
haven't been able to figure Picasso out, and Monet and all those people. I'm like, what are we looking at here? Like Whistler's mother? Why is that something people thought was the most amazing thing? Like, how did that get a reputation as being a great? And I'm sorry if I'm insulting an art. I'm an artist myself. I should know this, but I don't. Like, why? Why is the Mona Lisa so amazing?
It's been painted over and over, the same image.
By different people?
No, by the same artist. He painted
How do you
it.
know?
They actually did a X-ray of it, and you can see the other ones, and she doesn't look as pretty in the other ones.
She doesn't look that pretty. I think they think that she's Catherine Medici, but I can't believe that they don't know who it is. If they can't, I mean, how did you know what people look like? Like, if somebody was going to set me up with you, and I lived on the, another city, and I'm like, well, what does he look like?
They went and painted
Are they
a picture, and they bring it back.
That would take a long time.
Yeah, and I'd already aged 5 years by then.
Right, you're already married and dead. So, really, did you ever think about that, or did you just like you're going to marry him and you're not if you don't like what?
I
it
don't
looks
think
like,
you married from afar. I think you kind of walked down to the watering hole where you.
No, when you were royal, you married
met
people from other countries for the. I guess it didn't matter what you looked like. You were marrying for
money,
for a reason. Yeah,
status.
I would have thought I'd done pretty well.
There's no telling. I probably would have been a peasant and probably would have married somebody down at the watering hole. No problem, and that drank beer with me, and I've been happy. Lived happy forever and ever. We still the beer ran out.
Okay, it's been 10 minutes. You know what? I just adore you, mister.
Time flies.
I am Rita Cook.
Terry Murphy.
And we are in lies, comma,
the truth.
comma.
Yeah, can't forget the comma.
Don't forget to come and watch us and hit like and subscribe. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.